Hi there, welcome to the 6th session of Creating Your Style Statement with Upma Shreya. Today we are going to the second episode on color, though the 6th episode in our series, and we want to talk about color theory. Now what is color theory? Why do we have to go through it? It's very simple. If I want to play soccer, I need to know the rules of the game. So color theory is just some facts put together so that we understand it better. We know how to use color groups together. So is the yellow going well with the blue or it is not? So just to understand that, we've used a concept of color theory. Color theory is both a science and an art form. When it comes to working with colors, it shows the visual consequence of color mixing, color contrasting and color matching. Color mixing is mixing of two colors. Colors matching is how will these two colors behave next to each other, and color contrasting, as the word goes, is how much the two colors contrast. So how do we do that? So we have already, some work has already been done for us. We have a color wheel to take reference of. Color wheel is just an amalgamation of 12 colors and divided into 3 segments. It's their relationship which is very important. So while you're seeing the screen, you're seeing red, blue, yellow, you're seeing mauve, green, orange, and you're seeing a lot of colors with 2 color names. So we are going to come to that. So before I go on to that, I want to just tell you, have a look at the screen. On one side of the screen it says warm colors and the other side of the screen it says cool colors. So starting from yellow till reaching close to mauve, we have the warm colors. And as the name says, that's how we feel when we see them. And on the other side of the spectrum, starting from the green till the purple and mauve, we have the cool colors. So just for your understanding, let's keep that at the back of our mind. Now, coming to the first color category, a bunch of 3 colors, we all have done it in our art classes, called the primary colors, and they are the brightest of the hues, blue, red and yellow. Now they are technically placed equidistant in the color wheel, which I have shown with a triangle there. Just to tell you that they are placed equidistant, so they contrast the most and they are the brightest. So let's have a look at the pictures. How do we use this energy of colors together? So when primary colors are used together, you see this building is filled with vibrating colors there. And when you see something that contrasts, your eye goes segment by segment. It doesn't have a flow. So you are seeing every segment of the brick which has a different color in this building. Now let's have a look at these 2 pictures. The photographer in the second picture has done an amazing job. He's put a blue sky as the background, taken yellow onto the pillar and red as the staircase. So you will never miss any section of this picture. So when you don't want anyone to miss any section of your composition as an artist or a photographer or a graphic designer, you would use contrasting colors like the primary colors, equidistant in the color wheel. As we all have seen Piet Mondrian's work, he works with primary colors and your eye is following the line to every color bit that is there. Now let's look at the next set of pictures that we have here. The painter has again taken a blue background, put a yellow flower and a red vase. He doesn't want you to miss any part of that section. We have some more examples coming down to apparel now. So when you wear a yellow jacket, a red top and a blue trouser, you want the viewer to see every segment of your garment. You cannot camouflage any problem area there. So we have a lot of lean and tall models here wearing a blue blazer, red trouser. And one very important picture here is that she is carrying the yellow as her accessory. So it needn't be that all your components have to be in your clothes. It could be in your accessory, like she's taking a yellow bag with a blue blazer and a red trouser. We have examples in menswear as well on similar grounds. These are some of the runway pictures that I've put together, and you can make out, how the primary colors have been put together. And the whole concept is they not only contrast, but they are in peace with each other. That means they are in harmony. You do not look as if it's too much to see. That is when the contrast is killing. So primary colors are contrasting but in harmony when used together. You could also use one as a dominating one as a secondary, and third as an accent. We will discuss and show pictures later on this one. Coming to the second category, as the name suggests, are made from the primary colors. So, they are secondary colors. So, when I mix a red and a yellow, I get orange. When I mix a blue and a yellow, I get green. And when I mix a blue and a red, I get violet. So, violet, orange and green become our secondary colors. And they also play the same contrast as primary, but in a little subtle way. So, if I need to use them all in together, like in these models are wearing, there is contrast, but not as much as primary. But again, the purpose is the same. If I want a person to look at each segment of my garment or accessory, I will use the secondary color group as well. Now, in these pictures in menswear, what the designer has done is taken green as the dominant, orange as the secondary color, and somewhere the third mauve is in the necktie or something as an accent. This could also be a good way to balance. We have some more examples of flowers and bouquets made with secondary colors. Now, coming to the third category called the tertiary or intermediate colors. We are going a step further. We did primary, secondary got made from primary. So, tertiary gets made from secondary and primary together. They are always named after the primary first and then the secondary. So, I will give you examples. So, between a yellow and an orange, you have yellow orange. And if you follow the circle, you will see the two word names are all the tertiary colors put together. So, I have even shared a grid with you just for your understanding. Now, you needn't memorize these. All you can do, it's all over Google and all internet sites. Take a printout of a color wheel, keep it in your cupboard, keep it in wherever it is accessible to you, because we will be discussing a lot about the color groups after that. So, let me summarize. We did primary colors, we did secondary and we did tertiary. This is a small picture to present how they are on the color wheel. Primary are equidistant, secondary are equidistant, and the balanced 6 colors are alternate to each other. So you have a 12 color wheel. Going on to another category of colors which we shouldn't miss are compound colors. All are browns and earthy tones. They come from mixing the primary colors together. So that is one. And the last category now of color grouping are neutrals. What are neutrals? Are blacks, are whites and are grays. With this we come to the end of episode 6. There was a lot of information I shared, but never mind, we will have a lot of other ways to get around understanding it. I haven't explained a lot about how to use intermediate colors together, which we are going to do with color schemes. So, color schemes is going to be our next episode. And how do we use various color schemes means various color groups to represent us. So, like, share and subscribe and let me know how this session has impacted you. So, before I go, I am going to share a thought. This time this thought is a question and we are going to resolve this question in our next session. Just think about, how do you define yourself? Who are you? Or if I say, who am I? Let it not define by your past. Let it not define you by what someone said. Even parents, even siblings, even closest friends. How do you define yourself? Who am I? Think about it. Bye.